My brothers and my sisters, beginning of the work week, beginning of the school week, on Sunday we heard from Luke's Gospel. And on Sunday, what we heard I would title, Uh-oh, Aha. And the same person uttered the uh-oh and the aha. Here's the uh-oh. A steward of a rich man's belongings, what it is he owned, squandered them. He got caught. Didn't have a lot of talents, knew he was going to get thrown out, scared, didn't know what to do, where to go. Uh-oh. And then he had a crafty little moment. Aha. And he realized that if he lessened the amount that people that were indebted to the rich man, if he lessened what it is they had to pay back, those people would be in debt to him. And so he was able to ensure that even as he was cut loose from being a steward for the rich man, he would be cared for by others. Smart. Smart economically, smart sociopolitically. But here's the kicker. Can we be as creative and thoughtful and discerning and wise as that steward was with the rich man's matters? Because the rich man applauded him. But can we do that in spiritual matters? Can the people who are the children of light understand what their responsibility is to be wise and creative and discerning, even crafty in spiritual matters? And what that means is this for us. How do I try and plan time in my busy weekend, rightly busy, to be at church on Sunday, to go to Mass on Sunday? How do I do that? How do I think creatively about that? I need to do that because it is fundamentally a spiritual reality. In terms of faith formation, how is it that in the midst of the busyness, I creatively, wisely, thoughtfully discern how it is I'm going to engage my children, my middle schoolers, my high schoolers in faith formation? And how am I going to engage in adult lifelong learning? I got to think creatively, thoughtfully, prudently, wisely. I need to discern. And finally, in the matters of Christian living, and this is the crux of the gospel, if I'm wise about how I'm compensated for doing this worldly things, and thus I am prudent and discerning, little crafty, creative, maybe I need to be the same way in spiritual matters. Thus, when I'm compensated for gifts God has given me, how do I share that compensation with others? What type of modeling do I provide my children? How do I set forth an example of giving back to God? Because this really is a spiritual reality. And we'll hear, you cannot serve both God and mammon. You cannot serve both. Spiritual reality is the reality. Have a good week.